We'll fight with all our might, for this is the day we all say Somerville leads the way.
Welcome to Wicked Smaht, Somerville's quiz show. I'm Tony Fedele, and here's Liz Rourke, who will introduce tonight's contestants. Liz?
Tonight's contestants are, we have Ed Dente, and our returning champion, Willie Medeiros, and John Welsh.
Thanks. We've changed the game a bit, and here's how it works. There are 6 categories, 7 questions in each category, for 1 point each. The third question in each category is worth 3 points. The final question is worth 5 points. Get it right, you get a second question. Get it wrong, and the next in line has a chance to steal. We'll go for 10 minutes, then reverse the order. The top 2 scorers go into the speed round. Liz, shall we get started?
We shall. Ed's question will come from the category of Get Out of Town.
Get out of town. Questions in this category have nothing to do with Somerville, but with communities in the area. And the first question in that is for 1 point. In 1950, armed robbers made off with over $1 million when they pulled off the Brinks job in the North End. The building they robbed, what's it used for now?
It's a garage.
It's a parking garage. That's correct.
Ed's next question will come from the category of What Used to Be Where.
What used to be where? This category tests your memory of Somerville's ever-changing landscape. For 1 point, what was the name of the last independently owned drugstore in Somerville? The last independently owned drugstore in Somerville.
Is that mine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stones?
No, it was not Stone. Sorry.
Willie, you have a chance to steal.
Would it be Cross Street?
No,
Okay.
no. The answer was Berry and McDonald's in West Somerville.
Willie's first question is from the category of Get Out of Town.
Get out of town. Popular category. Once again, this has to do with communities in the area. 1 point. On what Cambridge street would you find Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's house? On what Cambridge street would you find Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's house?
Oh, what's the last name? Wadsworth?
Longfellow's
Longfellow
house.
Street?
No, no, sorry.
John, you have a chance to steal.
On Ormond Street?
Nope. It's Brattle Street. Brattle Street.
John's first question comes from the category of What Used to Be Where.
What used to be where? Again, this category tests your memory of Somerville's ever-changing landscape. And for 1 point, back in the days when we used words instead of numbers, what word was used for the Somerville telephone exchange 776?
PR6.
What was the word that was used? PR.
What PR represented?
Yes.
No, don't know.
Ed, do you know?
Prospect.
Prospects. Did we have a bonus question on that one? Is he entitled to the bonus question?
Yes, he is.
He is. The bonus question, what were the other 2 words used for Somerville exchanges?
Monument and Somerset.
That's correct. Very good, Ed.
Ed's question will come from the category of People and Personalities.
People and personalities. These are questions about Somerville people or famous people with Somerville connections. For 1 point, this Dorchester native's acting credits included a stint in the acting company at the Somerville Theatre and a role in The Wizard of Oz.
Ray Bolger.
That's correct. Very good.
Ed's next question will come from the category of People and Personalities.
Another one from the same category, okay? 1 point. She spent decades as Somerville's official historian and decades more teaching subjects such as civics at the Weston Junior High School.
The only one I can think of is Isabel Cheney.
And that's correct. That is correct.
We now move on to Willie, and his question comes from the category of people and personalities.
People and personalities again. Popular category. This question is for 1 point. One of the men who raised the historic flag at Iwo Jima was a Somerville native. What was his name? One of the men who raised the historic flag at Iwo Jima was a Somerville native.
I have no
What
idea. Don't
was
say
his
Frank
name?
Sutton. I have no idea.
John, do
John,
you
want
know?
to try it?
I would say Trum.
Nope. No. His name was Henry Hansen, one of the original 5.
John's question comes from the category of what used to be where.
What used to be where? Category testing your memory of Somerville's ever-changing landscape again. For 1 point, what are the 2 schools that merged to become Somerville High School in 1911? What are the 2 schools that merged to become Somerville High School in 1911?
Somerville English School,
That's correct.
and I would say Somerville Women's School, Girls School.
No? We pass that along?
Ed,
Latin, English, and Latin? Was
Give me the
Somerville
full
Latin?
titles.
Somerville English, Somerville Latin schools.
Right. That is correct. That is correct.
Ed's question comes from the category of get out of town.
Get out of town. For Ed, you have to find, here we go. 1 point. If you lived here, you'd be home now. Grace is an apartment complex on Starrow Drive. That development and most of Mass General Hospital occupy a Boston neighborhood raised in the name of urban renewal in the late 1950s. What neighborhood was it?
The West End.
That's correct, and it has a bonus point. What Somerville organization and building was originally a West End institution?
Was it the Elizabeth Peabody House?
That's right. The Elizabeth Peabody House on Broadway was founded in the West End.
Ed has another question, and the category is city info.
City info. I think this is first from that category. 1 point. Who is Somerville's chief assessor? Who is Somerville's chief assessor?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Hope I say it. I think it's Borowski, Richard Borowski, B-R-A-C, I don't know how to say his last name.
Ask the judge.
Borowski? No?
Not close enough.
What?
Okay, the judge says not close enough.
What was
The
his name?
answer is?
The answer is Dick Brescia.
Pressure. Oh.
Brescia. I don't know if he liked Rioski.
Willie's question is from the category of people and personalities.
People and personalities. For Willie. No. Is it for Willie? Okay. 3 points. Nice to meet you. Thank you, it says here. My name is Tony Fedele. Spell my last name, please.
F-I-E-D-L-E?
Not correct.
John?
Not correct.
Fedele.
Yeah, a little unfair. Bonus question. What was the last job I held in Somerville? Last paid job, anyway.
Headmaster, Somerville High School.
That's correct.
John's question will come from the category of people and personalities.
People and personalities again. By the way, I don't draw up these questions. They're rather good ones on the whole. 1 point. He was a Somerville resident when he started a band that bore his name and released the song Let the Music Do the Talking. but he's more famous for another band he heads up with his toxic twin. Who is he? I'll do it again. He was a Somerville resident when he started a band that bore his name and released the song Let the Music Do the Talking. But he's more famous for another band he heads up with his toxic twin. Who is he?
Blank.
Ed, do you know?
Ed?
I know it's not Bobby Boris Pickett, so I don't know the answer.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's, get his name right, he was a little later than most of us. The younger crowd knows Joe Perry of Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah.
He formed the Joe Perry Project during a hiatus with Aerosmith, and he lived in Somerville at the time. So Joe Perry and Aerosmith.
Ed's question will come from the category of what used to be where.
What used to be where? Test your memory. 3 points. On Lower Broadway, mellow tone vending occupies the space that once held a Chevrolet dealership back in the 1960s. What was the name of the dealership? On Lower Broadway, mellow tone vending occupies the space that once held a Chevrolet dealership. What was the name of that dealership?
Mirac.
Not right. No.
I'm going to give it a shot, Bilotti.
Nope, not correct. Not correct. The answer is Monument Chevrolet. Monument Chevrolet.
Willie's question will come from the category of street smarts.
Street smarts. Okay. Popular category. It's doubtful, for 1 point, it's doubtful he'd ever been there, but reggae singer Eddie Grant had a hit with this song, also the name of a street running from Curtis to Mason. It's doubtful he'd ever been there, but reggae singer Eddie Grant had a hit with this song. It's also the name of a street running from Curtis to Mason. We need the name of the street. Curtis to Mason.
No idea.
No idea. Okay. We need those on
John,
current music.
No.
Nope.
John,
Okay.
no. So
What is the answer?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Electric Avenue. Electric Avenue.
John's question will come from the category of what used to be where.
What used to be where? Back to the same category. This time for 1 point. When Bertucci's first opened in Davis Square, what sport did guests play in the basement?
Bocce.
Bocce is correct. Bocce is correct. Okay. Gone for our 10 minutes, I guess.
We're going to take a break and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
There we go. Thank you.
Let's hear about our contestants. Ed, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
My name is Ed Dente. My wife Judy and I live on Benton Road. We have a daughter who is grown and married and left the city to live in New Hampshire. But before then, I was proud to say that when she graduated from Somerville High School, she was the 4th generation in my family to have the benefit of the Somerville school system. And maybe someday she'll come back and we'll make it 5.
Willie?
Yeah, my name's Willie Medeiros, and I live on Linden Street with my aunts and uncle, and it's Tinoka, Local 17, Tinoka. That's about it.
John?
Yeah, hi, I'm John Welch, and I'm a teacher at the Winter Hill Community School, 7th and 8th grade. And I have 3 children. I have my daughter with me today if she'd like to come up. Thank you.
Okay.
Willie fails to tell us he's the returning champion trying
Yes.
to defend his crown here today.
Thinking.
There you go. I interrupted you, Liz.
Oh, that's
Want
quite
to
all
tell
right.
us about how they can pick up one of the...
To be a contestant on our show, please send your name, address, and telephone number to the communications department, or you can email it to wickedsmart@ci.somerville.ma.us, and along with the answer to this month's question, which is, what is the name of the building that houses the Somerville Theatre?
Here you go.
We will now begin the second round of our show, and we will reverse the order. So we will start with John. His question comes from the category of Go to Video.
Go to video. First opportunity we have to take a look at our screen. Watch the monitor for your clue. For 1 point, perhaps inspired by the popular poster of the pub doors of Ireland, Somerville pubs are putting more emphasis on attractive entrances. What pub is this?
I would say the barn. The barn?
No, it's not.
Willie?
Can you just take another quick look?
Can we flash it back on the screen?
Just a second.
It takes them a minute. There we go.
I gotta say the Independent.
Now, it's Tir na Nog. Tir na Nog.
Willie's question will come from the category of Get Out of Town.
Get out of town. For Willie this time. Three points. Communities bordering Somerville are Cambridge, Arlington, Medford, Boston, and Everett. Which two do not choose a mayor by popular election? The communities bordering Somerville are Cambridge, Arlington, Medford, Boston, and Everett. Which two do not choose a mayor by popular election?
Cambridge. Arlington.
You got it. Cambridge and Arlington do not choose a mayor by popular election. Arlington, no mayor at all.
Willie's next question will come from the category of Go to Video.
Go to video. See if we can see this a little better. For 1 point, where would you find this painting? For 1 point. Wrong screen. Hang on. Where would you find this painting that they're about to put up for us? Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. Bring back the video. I skipped one. Inscribed on top of this building, the photo of Somerville High School, there's an inscription. What is it? Inscribed on top of this building is the photo of Somerville High School. What is it? And I'm sure you can't read it from there.
No. God we trust.
No, good guess.
Ed?
It's something about to prepare the youth of Somerville for the responsibilities of life, something like that.
Not close enough, our judge says. Not close enough.
What is the answer?
The answer is, thank you, dedicated to the preparation of youth for the responsibilities of life. And I've been able to figure out that that was put there by a former mayor. Took me a while to figure that out.
Ed's question will come from the category of City Info.
City Info. This is to Ed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For 1 point, what's the fine for failing to shovel your walk, Ed?
$25.
You know that one. Okay.
Ed's next category will come from Street Smarts.
Street Smart. Okay. This is about our Somerville streets. For 1 point, it's pretty common to direct people through Somerville streets using Dunkin' Donuts as a landmark. How many Dunkin' Donuts stores do we really have?
7.
Very good. You've got them all counted.
I used to work at 2 of them.
So don't give you the answers.
Had them all counted. All right.
Got a mic.
Liz?
John's question comes from the category of Street Smarts.
Street Smarts again. Okay. 1 point. Make sure I have them in the right order here. Yeah. What comes next in this list of streets running between Vinyl and Walnut? What comes next in this list of streets that run between Vinyl and Walnut? Grandview, Pleasant, Summit. What street comes next in that list? They run between Vinyl and Walnut. Grandview, Pleasant, Summit.
Summit.
I need to know the next one. After Summit. Grandview, Pleasant, Summit. What's the next one?
I just was on it.
Willie, do you know?
Grandview and Summit.
Next one up. Grandview, Pleasant, Summit. What's the next street? And they run between Vinyl and Walnut.
Adderley Street. Adderley.
Judge?
Oh.
No. Same with Brescia, huh? Aldersey Street.
Jesus.
Aldersey Street. Sorry about that.
Willie's question will come from the category of get out of town.
Get out of town, Willie. Let's see.
I'm going to get out, believe me.
Okay. 3 points. 3 points. We just asked that one. I'm sorry, this one's for 1 point. What high school is located directly across the street from the Boston Globe? What high school is located directly across the street from the Boston Globe?
BC High.
BC High, Boston College High School. Correct.
Willie's next question will come from the category of city info.
City info. And the question for 1 point. What city office is located at the corner of Holland and Paulina? What city office is
Traffic.
located at the corner of Holland and Paulina?
Traffic.
You know that one too well. Traffic and parking.
Ed's question will come from the category of what used to be where.
What used to be where? Okay, this question is for 1 point. City Line Laundry now occupies the space that until 1996 was occupied by what hardware store? City Line Laundry now occupies the space that until 1996 was occupied by what hardware store?
Kelly's.
That's not correct.
John?
Dickinson.
No, it's Harry's.
Harry.
I think we remember Harry's better than we know City Line Laundry. More recent.
John's question will come from the category of street smarts.
Street smarts for John. And this question is worth 3 points. The Somerville Museum is located at the corner of Central Street and what? The Somerville Museum is located at the corner of Central and what street or road?
I can see it, but I can't.
Willie, do you know?
Westwood.
Westwood Road is correct.
Yeah, for 3.
The Somerville Museum is located at the corner of Central and Central Street and
stole
Westwood
3.
Road.
That's for 3, right?
Okay.
Willie's question will come from the category of people and personalities.
People and personalities. For Willie, if we can find our category, we'll be doing fine here. Getting this, there we go. This is for 1 point. He was reputed to be the first head of the Winter Hill Gang. He was murdered on Broadway in 1965.
You want the answer?
I want to know who it is.
Buddy
He was
McLean.
Buddy McLean, correct. Bonus point for that one.
That is the end of our show.
You get the bonus point.
Is that when you get a shot?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Let us see the scores.
What is it?
You didn't win.
Yeah, but it's a runoff. 2 guys.
Can't see the scores yet.
10-9-3.
I should have won with the 2 questions, I think.
Well, John, we're going to have to ask you to leave, and these 2 guys are going to play the speed-up round.
Good luck, guys. Good luck. Thank you.
Just take your mic off so you don't
Yeah.
trip.
Thanks, John. Okay, now that we have our two remaining contestants, Liz has a couple of envelopes. One is labeled 02143 and one is labeled 02144.
And Ed, since you are in the lead, you get to pick which one you would like.
02143.
Okay. And Willie, you get 02145.
Okay.
Thank you. Here you are.
You've got them straight now. You want 0143.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, whoever gets the most out of 5 correct wins. In the event of a tie, we go to break and one tiebreaker question. So whoever gets the most out of 5 correct wins. And I'm going to read you 5 questions in a row. Okay? Questions. Mayor Dorothy A. Kelly Gay. What's the A stand for?
Ann.
Correct. True or false? Howie Winter is currently serving a sentence for drug trafficking.
I thought he just finished it. I'll say true.
False?
He's just
He was
finished it.
released
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah.
Johnny's food master. What's Johnny's last name?
Demolish?
No, DeJesus.
Did you have? Yeah.
What individual ultimately owns the Somerville Journal?
Pat, the owner of the Herald. Pat Healy. No.
Is the publisher of the Boston Herald? Our judge says no.
No.
Pat Purcell.
Purcell.
Publisher of the Boston Herald. What is the oldest Catholic church in Somerville?
St. Joseph's.
That's correct. So we'll go to 02144,
5 for 5, yeah.
and we'll see how well he does in defending his crown here. Open it up, and this one opens a little easier. Okay. Lots of notes. Ready? Somerville was named an All-America City in the year it celebrated its centennial as a city. What year was that?
1976?
No, 1972. Who is the current vice chairman of the Somerville School Committee?
Murray, Kate Murray?
Kate Murray is correct. What street is the Dante Club on?
Craigie?
Craigie Street is correct. What name graces the Little Sisters of the Poor on Highland Avenue?
What?
Name is on the building, the Little Sisters of the Poor on Highland Avenue? What name?
Begins with a J. Jejujin?
I'm going to let the judge make those decisions. Jean Jougan. Okay.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Who was mayor immediately prior to Dorothy Kelly Gay?
Bill Roach?
Bill Roach is correct. And the scores there. How we got it? I was checking on answers. I didn't keep score. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Willie got 3 and Ed got 2.
Willie's got 3 and Ed's got 2.
I should have 8.
Willie is our winner.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Very good.
City Cable 16 and Educational Channel 15 are your local sources for news and entertainment. City Cable 16 airs City Beat 16, where we explore the news stories that matter to you. The mayor and the alderman have a live studio call-in show where they let you dial into the studio and discuss the hot topics going on in Somerville. Larry Murphy takes over the studio as he hosts Senior Circuit, a show for and about the seniors of Somerville. The Office of Housing and Community Development has their own show, hosted by Steve Post. And you can find Congressman Michael Capuano on Congressional Update. We are the only way you can see the Board of Aldermen and school committee meetings live from your living room. Art festivals, groundbreaking, special events, shows about Somerville history, and music concerts are only some of the shows you will see on City Cable 16. With our newest game show about Somerville called Wicked Smaht, there is something for everyone on City Cable 16. Educational Channel 15 is for and about the Somerville Public School System. Assistant Superintendent Bob Snow hosts Our Schools, Our City. He talks about the hottest topics going on in the school system. There is no rule book on raising a family, but Bonnie Carroll will certainly try to help on raising families. Superintendent Awards, plays, concerts, and special events is what you will find on Educational Channel 15. We have exclusive coverage of Somerville High School football, hockey, and basketball games. You can find the latest information on what's going on in the city on our wheel on City Cable 16 and Educational Channel 15, which plays when regular programming isn't. City Cable 16 and Educational Channel 15, offering you a local alternative.